Yes, yes. The conflict started. I was still in my high school, and I was like 15, 16 years of age. And basically, conflict started because Yugoslavia, that was that was a collection of 6 main republics and 2 autonomous regions, started to collapse, and people didn't want to. Slovenia went its own way, the Croatia went, and then Bosnia didn't want to stay in the Serbia, which would be very dominant. And so Muslims wanted to have a separate state. Since it was collapsing, there was very nationalistic rhetoric coming from the Serbian government, from Belgrade, and radical elements within Bosnia. And I remember even as a kid going to the mountains. Bosnia is very nice, I guess, similar to where you are, a lot of mountains, a lot of people love skiing. We would go to those mountains, and I remember seeing the soldiers digging in, making trenches and everything. So the military that was controlled at that time by Serb didn't want that this part of then half of what was left from Yugoslavia to go and build new independent state. And then they tried to do that by force. They want to force people to stay, and they provoke basically, they staged incident, provoked it, and that basically led to gave them pretext to barricade the city, to start shelling the areas, and basically start a war. And so we were just basically kids, we were just had very few weapons and everything, and we were trying just to guard our streets and protect ourselves, and and then from there on it started. The rest is, as they say, history. Muslims never harmed their religious institutions or places of worship. And I remember my neighbor, shell bomb went from the Serbs' lines to my neighbor's Serb house, and he was hiding in my house. If he was in the house, his daughter would have been killed. And so we didn't do this kind of discrimination. But the other side, they wanted just the Serbs to rule and have positions of power. So they were very discriminatory, and they get this view from the very negative perception of the history, where they thought that this is their time to take revenge on Muslims, because the Turks ruled that region, Balkan region, for a very long time. And so they saw this as a historic opportunity to take revenge for something that they say happened in history. So sometimes this is how the people radicalize themselves, and unfortunately they take power and they try to physically remove other people. But we never believed in these kinds of things. In fact, when Ottomans came to the region, they actually established, and that's available in one of their churches in the city of Vojnica, they gave a declaration that anyone here living in this region will be free to practice their religion. And that is one of the first documents in the ever written document that's even translated in UN, that guarantees religious rights to people of other faiths. And it's not strange for Muslims, because we don't believe in forcing people. The truth is clear. If you want the truth, it's very clear. I don't need to force you. What kind of truth needs somebody to force to see the truth? So only falsehood requires force to force somebody to believe in it. The truth should compel by the strength of its argument.